What's up, lab rats? Coming at you with my boy Cade here. We're out here talking alignment today. A lot of times we get customers reaching out saying, you know, I'm making some mid-range putts, my speed's good, but from short range I'm missing everything left, or I'm missing everything right. Even though it's really frustrating, a single miss like that is actually a really good thing because a single miss means a single fix. 9 times out of 10 that fixes alignment. With torquing putters within a degree or two, it's kind of irrelevant where you're pointed because you still have to manipulate the putter through impact. With ours, you're trying to let the putter do its thing, so alignment is absolutely crucial. To that end, we've got a few different ways to help you get your alignment calibrated. We got a mirror, we got a chalk line, we got a buddy. So when I first started hanging around on the PGA Tour, one of the things that blew my mind was how little I saw guys practice. Most of them are on the putting green for a total of about 20 minutes total throughout the week. And all of that time is spent calibrating alignment. Most of the work they do on the actual putting itself is generally out on the course. To calibrate alignment, they've got a few different tools. They got chalk lines, but the most common I see is this one, the mirror. First thing we're gonna do is just find a straight putt. We already went through the trouble of doing that. We got a pretty straight one here. You're gonna set down your mirror. There's all kinds of lines all over this mirror. And we're gonna be using this center line here. And then I'll take my alignment stick, I'll stand back, close one eye, put the stick over the line, and hopefully it covers the hole. Looks like we've got it just a teeny tiny bit crooked. Go ahead and try it again. That looks pretty good. So now, we're gonna stick our tees in here just to give it some stability. And now we're ready to hit some putts. One of the really important things to do with this is to set up and hit your ball, but also look at the hole, look at the ball, look at the hole, look at the ball, just like you would when you're out on the course putting. And one of the things that may emerge when you get connected with your target as it relates to these lines on the mirror is that straight might not look straight. Go ahead and hit this one. So when you're setting up to these, are you fighting it? Does straight look straight to you?
It looks a touch left to me.
Okay, let's see what we can do. So there's all kinds of variables to help the line change. You're not genetically predisposed for straight to look crooked. The tiniest little adjustments this way, can all make your perspective of what the lines on the ground look like completely different. So we're gonna start tilting it a little bit this way. Now look at the hole and look at the line. That looks straight to you?
No, that looks more left.
Okay, all right, let's get back this way.
Okay.
How's that?
That looks good.
Good, and there's more variables too. You can stand further away from it, closer to it. Every little adjustment that you're gonna make is going to impact how you align it. Go ahead and hit some here. God, that stroke is so good, Cade. Once you've kind of found the spot that you know works good for you, what you see a lot of guys on tour do is they'll take a Sharpie and they'll actually have somebody draw a dot where they want their eyes to reflect back to on the mirror. That way, every time you set up, you know you're setting up the exact same way. Straight will look straight more often, but this is a great way to start off your day. When you're getting to the course, throw one of these things on the ground, get yourself calibrated, and you're gonna make more putts. Mirrors are great. Sometimes people don't like mirrors. I personally, something about like setting the putter on the piece of plastic just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I actually like using a chalk line. So you can get these at any hardware store. This is a construction tool. It is not a golf tool. We're gonna find our straight putt here, and then leave the ball here where you're gonna be hitting from for a second. You're gonna take our little chalk line doohickey thing here. It's got a hole in it. We're gonna put it right behind the hole. You're gonna wanna push this all the way down. Pull our string line out this way. Back towards the ball. Stretch it really tight, and then you snap it. And you can do that a couple times just to make sure that the chalk gets off the string and onto the ground. Now, one of the things that I like about chalk lines is that it's pretty subtle. You can see that line, but it's not like screaming at you. And then we're gonna do much of the same we did with the mirror. We're gonna set these balls up right on the chalk line here. Just like the mirror, there's a lot of good things that this line is going to expose, whether or not straight looks straight. So go ahead and set down the putter. Like seeing the putter against green is important to me. And then with this tiny faint little line, I find myself becoming really aware of the face line. A lot of people use the parallel line, the target line to aim it. For me, I notice if this white line is not perpendicular. And it's sort of a subconscious awareness, but it's a nice thing to pay attention to. Twist it around until it, till it feels good. And then just like the mirror, if straight doesn't look straight, we're gonna make some adjustments to our eye line. How's that one looking to you, Cade?
A little left.
Well, let's tilt that head back the other way.
Okay.
See if that straightens it out a little bit. So that's interesting. So it looked left to you and you ended up hitting it where you thought you were aimed.
Yeah.
All right. Pow. You tilted it a little bit this way, it looked like?
Yeah.
All right. So any little adjustment to your posture, your eye line this way, a little further back, a little further forward, all of these things are going to change your perspective. Having a single fixed line to do that experimentation with is really important. Another great way to get calibrated, if you're gonna get one of those chalk line things, get a plastic baggie because they're kind of messy. Leave it in your golf bag before you tee off, maybe after you play if you're hitting them crooked. Just make sure that you're pointed where you think you are and you're gonna make a lot more putts. By far the most economic way to work on your alignment is to grab a pal. I'm gonna be Cade's buddy today. Super simple. I grabbed one of these things to kind of help me make sure that I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing. Okay, go ahead and set up. I'll get down here pretty close. I'll just try to make sure that that putter's pointed where he thinks he is. Where do you think you are right now?
Feels pretty center.
I'll use my little stick here to confirm. Yeah, that's center. Let's see it.
Okay.
And this stick's great too because you can use it for a bunch of stuff, not just alignment. I'll stand close, I'll stand far, I'll check it out from here. And then if we know that the alignment's good, let's say he's missing some putts. Another thing I'll do is I'll use this with one eye, I'll put it on the shaft at an angle and make sure that he's taking it on plane. But in general, spending some time putting with a buddy is a great thing to do. You're gonna surprise yourself with some of our tendencies. I bet if you get a friend, you'll find out that maybe you right to left putts you aim high or consistently low and vice versa on the other side. It's just good to have somebody to talk through this stuff with. It's really easy to get inside our own heads, thinking that we're seeing things that we're not, working on things that don't need to be worked on. And if you can get into a good rapport with a pal, you're gonna learn a lot about your stroke. So you got some tools there to work on your alignment. All of them work. You should do all of them. If you can't do all of them, pick one of them, get really committed to it. Overall, if you're pointed where you think you are, especially with a L.A.B putter that's working hard to come back square, you're gonna make more putts. Spend the time. It's a little bit difficult to get disciplined about it, but once you get into a rhythm of laying that mirror down or snapping a chalk line or grabbing a pal to confirm, overall you're gonna be much more consistent, especially from short range.